Yes, my people, how you guys doing? We're back again, but this one from our brother Stephen Eriamato. Now you want to talk to us so concerning the situation where still they go on social media, and with this one we can concern some of our Edo brothers and sisters. Which they use the platform they do and why they do them. But instead of the rightful thing where they suppose they use and they do. So anyone can talk about so many things for this video. Make una listen to them. We could take them from there.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. This is me, your brother, your friend, Human Steven, on the show. I want to just do a very quick one this morning before I jump into, the job for the day. Based on the event that have been actually happening around us in the last few days and series of others that have happened for a very long time, I have come to the conclusion that the social media is creating more damage to our society than good. I'm going to buttress my point with some examples, from relevant points for you to get my take very clearly. The idea, good morning, Kelly Treasure. The idea of the social media was actually to help to pass information, to do businesses and all that. That was actually the idea why Facebook, YouTube, and all those other social media platforms came up with the social media thing. But the moment the social media got to the Nigerians, particularly the Edos, it became an avenue for saga, for settling issues, that was supposed to be done behind the scene. Now, when I have a problem with you, all I will just do is to take my phone or take my tablet or take my laptop, sit in front of the screen and begin to lambaste, the other person. This is what we are supposed to have done behind the scene if there is an issue. And that has actually destroyed a lot of homes. A lot of homes have been destroyed. A lot of families have been shattered, battered by the events that have been trending on the social media space. And most of our presenters also, being that they are not actually well educated, well informed on issues that is actually dangerous to the society. They just see that having a view, having a 2,000, 3,000 views, in 1 hour, and all that is just all that is all consigned. And so they are ready to go an extra mile to even say things that are not true, things that are very deformating, things that are dangerous to the society. They voice it because they want to see themselves, as a social media hero, and that has actually been creating so very many unhealthy situation within our society. As you all know quite all right, the Nigerian state, the Nigerian society, particularly the Edo society, is made up of respect for one another, dignity of respecting our fathers, our elders, our leaders in our society. It was a taboo for a child, to actually insult his elder. When we were growing up, it was a taboo. It's an abomination. Okay, it's an abomination for a child to insult his elder. I don't talk of his parents' age. I remember when I was growing up, we had this notion, this belief that every child is everybody's child. Every child is everybody's child. Okay? Every child is everybody's child. Then I remember when we were growing up, if we do something wrong, maybe we go out to play and we do something wrong. Our parents, not my biological parents now, our parents, those other neighbors around us, will be the one that is going to give us a very big, treatment for our misconducts. They're going to flog us, they're going to deal with us. Then at the end of the day, when we go back, we cannot even tell our parents what we saw. We can't even do that. When we go back, we can't even tell our parents what we saw. We can't. They will also come to our parents and say, "This is what I see your son doing," and that, and I dealt with him. They will have said, "Oh, you've done marvelously well, man." Even our parents will praise such a man or woman who has actually, dealt with us for our misconduct. That is how we were brought up. But in this generation of social media, many of the social media presenters today, particularly in Edo State, they have taken the liberty, that is on the social media space to go out there, insult people that they are not supposed to have insulted. They have taken the leverage, that have been created as a result of the event of social media, to have done a lot of things that they could not have been able to do in a real life. All they just wanted is fame, the money attached to it, and recognition by their fans. And to people like us who are very modest and very moderate in our approach to issues, feels it is becoming unbecoming for anyone to do some of the things that we see happening on our space. So that is why I have decided to come out today to actually, lay a little bit emphasis on what we do, the danger of the social media to our society. Okay, I know, I understand that before the event of social media, it is a taboo. It is an abomination. It is tantamount to suicide for anyone, any son of the Benin, to insult through his or her mouth to the palace of the Yoruba of Benin. It was an abomination. Okay? Now, the social media has not given some people that opportunity to do that. And let me say very clearly also, guys, anyone who has the ability, the capability to insult other people's parents, such a child does not have respect for his father or mother. Some guys might decide to join them. Some guys might decide to say, okay, they are doing perfectly well. But the truth remains that they do not have regard. Because if you have a regard for your mother or your father, you will never, ever insult someone else's parents or elders. Many of these social media presenters who are actually very insultive, many of these social media presenters who are actually very, very, untamed, I'm going to use that word, hate people insulting them. The moment you throw any very unpleasant words to them, you will see them coming back to the space ranting. You see them coming back to the space with so much pain and so much pain and the fury. Okay? You see so much pain and fury on their faces. But they are quick in insulting. They are quick in creating very unnecessary confusion on their so-called shows, all in a verge to make money, become famous, to become a celebrity, and to gather fans. So, their idea of a presenter is the financial benefit and the fame attached to whatsoever they are doing is their reason. But that wasn't actually the reason why Facebook actually, YouTube actually came up with this idea. It's for information, informative, educative, where we can be able to have, a very robust discussion as a people, sell our ideas, and people buy from our ideas, very educative ideas, not one that is destructive in nature. People will just get 200 naira, or those of us living abroad will get a free Wi-Fi. We'll sit at the front of our computer and we vomit out garbage and rubbish, all in the verge to actually attract the same likes. The truth of the matter is this, guys. I do not watch people who show does not add to my value as a person. That's why you see me, I am not one of those guys who clamor to be watched, because I know many people will not understand my kind of human. Because I have a very different, a distinct, understanding of how things works. Okay, guys? So that is why anytime I'm here, I come here, if I leave a short video on the social media space, people will come and they will leave there with something very significant. That is what makes you to be an influencer. You don't influence people to destroy them, you influence people to increase them. You don't influence people to destroy what is already existing. You influence people to actually make them better than they came to you. So the word social media influencer is one who influences people positively, not negatively. But what we have today are influencers that have destroyed the fabric of tradition, the fabric of morality. They have damaged the entire system that our forefathers have labored to build in us. That respect, that dignity have been reduced to the barest minimum. All because people want to become known at all costs. The social media is no more helping us, rather it is destroying our society. It is destroying our institutions. And some people are actually clapping for this set of people. People who actually want to see you fall, take advantage of every little mistake being made by one guy who is on the social media space. And they will so much, elaborate on those, very unfortunate storylines that they will bring up And people will begin to clamor, shout, and begin to celebrate people that ought not to be celebrated, guys. I'm pained in my heart that what was created by the white man to actually help us is what we're now using to destroy ourselves. Everything the white man creates is for good. But when we come to Africa, we turn it around against ourselves. The white man created guns to actually protect themselves. Today, guns are now being used to kill ourselves. Okay? The white man created cocaine, to actually for herbs. It was for herbs reasons. But today, it is now becoming a destructive mechanism in the African world. Now they came with social media just to make life easy. They want to make the world a global village. That I will be here talking. Somebody is in the US, in Canada, in Australia, in every other part of the world listening to me. They made the world more easier. So there's no need of us have to fly, 24 hours, to get to someone else, or have to send telegram, night post or whatever in order for you to get across to people. But now I can speak, you can hear me, you can speak, I can hear you live, not like a recorded video. That was the essence of this whole social media thing. There are people today have turned to become, a destructive mechanism that's actually eating the fabric of our sin and moral upbringing as a people. And none of these guys today cares. Rather, all they care about is what they're going to get at the end of the day. See? One problem with the black man. I did some videos, I think last year, late last year after the election, I did some videos on the black man. You can still watch it, still on YouTube, the black man. I did a series of videos on the black man. I went to the Bible to back up my poems and some other things, the black race. Why the black race is where we are. We are very good at learning what is evil than learning what is good. The black race, the moment we see something, even when it's good, we are very good at creating the opposite of that very particular thing quick. We are very good at creating the opposite. We take delight in seeing people crying. We take delight in seeing people in pains. We take delight in seeing people in tears. It gives some of us joy. Some of this black race, it gives us joy. The same thing is also been happening on the social media space today. Some of our people want to see others wailing, crying, why they destroyed them, why they, dismembered them emotionally. Let's take the issue of the great Oba that just happened. Now, assuming, guys, that boy in Germany insulted the Oba of Benin. Assuming Eddie and the other girl in France threw man to the palace of the Oba. Do you know, in every sane society, there must be one or two insanities, right? So because there is a madman in my family who does things very abnormally, will that not make me to act like him? Because that's the question I'm going to throw to some of us who were saying. Somebody dropped a message on my wall, on my yesterday video, that we are quick to castigate other people when they throw mud at the palace, but we are not quick to react when a Benima does the same thing. I want to answer you, my brother. If madman did your family who act very abnormal, we all know that the man is insane, and you decided to start acting like him, how are they going to treat you? Are they going to treat you differently, or they're going to treat you like him? The answer is you'll be treated the same way he will be treated. It is an insane man. It is insanity that will make a child to talk to his father the way he likes. In Benin, we normally say that we can play with our mother's breast, but we can never play with our father's crotos. It's a parable. That shows there is a limit you can go to when you speak to people that are older than you by age or in authority. I don't think anybody is here that will tell the father to his face, say, "Daddy, you are lying." When we were growing up, it's a taboo for you to say to your dad, even when he's lying. I remember when we were growing up, it's also a taboo for you to say, "Daddy, you just mess." Even when your daddy would have released, gas. When you would have released gas, the daddy would have released gas. You dare not even say it. You dare not even bend your nose. It is an abomination to even bend your nose when you receive the very awkward, aroma from his body. That's how we were brought up. Our fathers were like a god on earth. The Bible said, "Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long." Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long. Who is your father? Who is your mother? Not just your biological father and mother. Anyone that is older than you, anyone that is in the position of authority, becomes a father and a mother to you. You must give them some level of respect, guys. If you don't do, you are cutting short your days on earth, bros. I'm not the one that said it. The Bible says, "Say, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long." It means because everything that has a positive side also has a negative side. Then the moment he refuses to honor thy father and thy mother, then you are cutting short your days on earth. Capish, guys? So therefore, when you are doing whatsoever you are doing, my brothers, always remember there is a consequence for every action. There is a consequence for every action. To every action is equal and opposite reaction. The consequence may not be today. It may not be even of this present age, but it might be things that you have to pay for time to come. The same Bible that most of you read said, I will visit the iniquities of their fathers. Underline, of the fathers. Upon the children and the children to the fourth generation. To the fourth generation, to them that hate me. The iniquities. So what some of you are doing today, social media presenter, is iniquities of the highest order. Ibiaka. Iniquities of the highest order. There is a repercussion to everything done on earth. The days of reckoning will come. My prayer for you, some of you, is that your children will not inherit the wickedness, the abominable heart you've done while you were on earth. That your children will not become the people that will not have to suffer for the sins that you committed. My prayer. Sometimes when curses are being laid on people, they don't actually get the curse immediately. They might live free of that very particular curse. Their children will not be the one that will bear the brunt of what they know nothing about. Some of you today, the abomination you are committing in the land of in a land of Benin will be tantamount to selling your future, the future of your generation, to an already existing cause based on biblical principles and traditional values. Somebody will tell me there is the tradition, there is no Ojuju anymore. The Ojuju don't have power. Guys, you are joking. Actually, in the denial of the truth. Whosoever that breaks the edge, the serpent bites, says the word of God. Whosoever breaketh the edge, the serpent will bite. That is the word. Goes to guys. You are only covered by the blood when you have nothing for the devil to hold against you. The moment there is something there that the devil will hold against you, brothers and sisters, or claim or being a Christian will not stop. Network is failing now. Your claim of being a Christian will not stop you from sharing from that pot of soup you have cooked, the pot of soup of iniquity that you have cooked many years back. When there is an original, that shows there is a fake. Yes? When you have original, you must have a fake. So when there is God, if you believe in God, if you believe that there is a power in God, then you also know that there is a negative power. In current, if you are tapping a house, we have the positive and the negative current. So everything comes in tools. Network is not friendly. I need to quickly wrap up this one right now because of the network. Like, if you believe that there is a God, you also believe that there is a devil. And if you believe that God has power, you also believe that the devil has power over those that he controls. And one of those people that the devil is going to control are those that refuses to keep the lost commandment. And the lost commandment is honor thy father and thy mother. That is the lost commandment. And if you don't do that, the Lord also says there is a consequence. tirelessly because of the peanuts you are getting. Money is not everything. Fame is not everything. Good name, the Bible says, is better than wealth of riches. Okay. Good name is better than riches. So guys, if you're a presenter, you are turning on the wrong path, please change your ways. Let your show be to educate the people, to promote our culture, to actually do things that will increase the value of our people, of our race, of our culture, of humanity, not to destroy, to create ember of disunity and war among people. I'm saddened, I'm still saddened by what happened yesterday with my brother, the guy who is in charge of a Great Benin Emancipation. I'm still saddened. I'm still having so much pain in me. Every other person can say anything, every other person can do anything, but I least expected. I'm still pained in my heart. I'm still really, really pained by the outburst of yesterday. It was uncalled for. It was unnecessary. I'm pained. But I believe strongly that he will realize, he will return back and do the needful and apologize to his fans and the entire people of Edo State. As a leader, there are things you don't do, there are things you don't say, because when you do, people who are following you believes in you, and they will actually feel that what you've just done is the right thing. So that is why being in the position of leadership is not the same as being a leader. You might be in a position of leadership, but yet you do not have the quality of a leader. The quality of a leader is an ability to absorb, even when the situation is out of control. You keep quiet, watch things unfold. I have so very many of my boys here who are given one job or the other to do. They couldn't really do it well. They messed up, lost a lot of money in millions. Just keep quiet. I keep quiet. She's trying to see how we can revitalize it together. If you are close to me, you understand what I'm talking about. I hardly react, even when the situation looks very, very unpleasant. Hardly react. I'm very, very sensitive. I hardly react. Not because I'm not being offended, I do. Not because I'm not pained, I do. But what makes me to always very be careful of my reaction is because of the position that I am. And not to talk of me coming out on the social media to vet my anger or my outburst over an issue that ought to have been dealt with diplomatically. Okay? You can't. You are pursuing a cause. Okay? You're pursuing a cause for a people, and you are part of that people, but you are not, I'm going to say that you are not the firstborn of that family. And when the firstborn reacted, anyhow it is, You that was actually carrying the light, the torchlight for the emancipation of this very particular family. You let loose. You began to say things that will make people to start wondering if actually your pursuit for the emancipation of these same people was real. I want you to play back, my brother, your video of yesterday again. Say that again, replay your video, try as much as possible to understand what you were doing, if it was wrong or if it was right. I also want to call on every other presenters out there. Listen, guys, one of the problems we're having is even the fans here. You guys are the problem. If many of you are like me, who do not engage in saga, many of you are like me, who do not actually discuss people, who doesn't have interest in discussing people, I think the world would have been a better place. Even if you just have to take yourself away from every platform where it does not actually benefit you as a person. Papa Wahala, Mama Wahala, Papa Cynthia, Mama Cynthia, issues does not give you any kind of benefit. It's just a storyline. It's just to create unnecessary, issue, because they saw that you guys actually love being told very unpleasant things. So they head on to that. You see people sitting down now, all they do is just to look for a way to pick up one person and dismember the person before you guys. And when they are doing that, you guys will be clapping for them, giving them thumbs up, yeah. So guys, so that is just the truth there. So let's just trust people to do the needful, so that at the end of the day, we all will be happy. Okay, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you, Apostle sir. I thank you, your choice. Every one of you, James Osahon, Joseph, Kelly J. Treasure, Denny, Saigi, Jawil Zion, Ebuwa Imaswen, Peace, Ufoma, and my brother Justice. How you doing, sir? I greet you all. Dennis D, I greet every one of you. My brother, I did fine. I'm doing great. Governor Stephen, I'm doing great, sir. I'm doing perfectly well. Also, a very big thank you to every one of you for showing up today. We believe when more information comes in, we're going to give it to you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Have a nice day and stay blessed. Let's be positive.